2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players, and he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when you're behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. We've got the Washington Wizards taking on the Boston Celtics. And this one features, Chris, two of the more athletic teams in the league. That makes a pretty good setup for us tonight.
Oh, this is the perfect father, son, mother, daughter, family game to go to. This is one of those games you'll enjoy and remember your whole life. I mean, the highlights, you'll remember where you were. Something special is going to happen tonight. Trust me.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Wizards 5 right now. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Here's Irving. Drills the baseline jumper.
Oh, that's just impeccable shooting from Irving. The D can get in his jersey all they want. It doesn't affect him one bit.
Here's Wall. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
But look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Now here's Irving. He's coming off a 25-point game against Chicago.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Wall and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Horford.
There's a few things that make Wall important to his team, but I think the number one factor is his leadership. His guys look to him to set the tone on both ends, and he doesn't disappoint.
And he can't get the first one. And you look back to last season, the Wizards started slow, but something clicked for them halfway through the year, Chris, and they were able to turn things around.
Well, just with all the talk about how the Wizards should rebuild, it seems like they pulled it together. They took some time to get things right with the new coach, and the alleged strife on the team disappeared once they started winning.
So he comes up empty at the line. So it's Boston now. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And even without that three ball dropping for them, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Beal against Brown. Tries again. The shot missing. Great D that time from Beal.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
There's a screen by Gortat. Lets it go from 11. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, you really can't do anything else defensively. Wall is an all-star caliber player. He's skilled at knocking down these difficult type shots.
Irving kicks to Baines. Picked by Horford. It's stolen by Morris. Now here's Porter, guarded closely. To the left side wing. And here's Wall outside. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this high.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
Well, you know what, guys? One of the things that stand out to me is how well their team communicates on defense. I mean, they function as a unit. That's why defense is a weapon for them.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Outside, Wall. It doesn't go for him. Now Boston takes it the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
And Brown is superb at just keeping focused. Despite what the D throws at him, he gets the job done.
Beal against Brown. Gortat dishes the Wall. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Wall is great at using his body inside. Isn't afraid to throw his weight around down there.
Irving passes to Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Brown's got 5. Washington leading now by 3. Outside, Wall. It's Beal on the wing. And again, Washington with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Irving kicks to Brown. Horford has a wide open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Wizards have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Pass to Morris. On the wing, Porter. It's tipped. Just 2 to shoot. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Washington with the fresh shot clock. Outside for Beal. Morris with a screen on Irving. Wall dishes to Morris. Passes it to Beal. Morris a screen. Goes up again. And Beal with a nice bucket inside. Beal's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, Beal plays big in the paint. It doesn't matter who's on him. He's determined to finish over. You watch Bradley Beal play, and it seems like he's been in the league for a long time. And then you see his age, and you're surprised on how young he still is. Younger than most of the top shooting guards in the league.
Left side, Porter. Morris outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Celtics trail by 8. Irving with the ball. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. And with Beal being so young, you know, we saw the jump in his production last year, Chris, but he still is on the verge of entering his prime.
Yeah, you think about this. Guards usually hit their prime between 26 and 29 or so. Beal still has some time before he gets to the top of his game. You wonder just what he'll be capable of when that time comes.
Now here's Wall. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando. Well, who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest field goal percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. Second, Jaylen Brown.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Oh, as a coach or a teammate, you want to leave him out there as long as you can so that he can ride that hot streak until he needs a breather.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, so many teams rely on the pick and roll and run it with big men. Chris, which big man do you feel does a great job of running the pick and roll right now?
Well, I think you have to go up there to Lob City and you have to look at Blake Griffin, the way that he can handle, stop and pop, knock the shot down. But also, if you go for a pump fake, you will get dunked on with him flying down that lane. Anthony Davis, the fact that Davis can step back, hit that jump shot, but also attack the basket. He's another one that can do it. And then Tristan Thompson, when he has it rolling and he gets that ball from the middle off of a LeBron pick and roll, he's great at finding the shooters, Kevin Love or another shooter in the corner, but also he'll dunk on you with the best of them. So those 3 guys come to mind when they talk about finishing strong on the pick and roll.
Now here's Beal, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Baines with the block. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
13 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Now just a 3-point Washington lead.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
They set the pick. Here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 15.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
To Ojale. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammates.
Now, here is Gortat. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets the bucket. And the Wizards lead by 4.
That's what every team needs, guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. And here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Tatum kicks to Smart. Shoots over Beal. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
I mean, he's got the size and the strength to finish amongst the big men. That's why he does it. Smart, built to last in the paint.
Here's Wall. Misses off the right iron. Wall against Irving. Ojale passes to Irving. Irving double team. Beal with the steal. to the paint. Here's Oubre. Rebounded by the Celtics.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Here's Tatum, and again it's Boston converting.
And how about the decision-making by Tatum there? I mean, fantastic at just having a feel for what the defense is going to do and then creating the space there for the jumper.
There's a screen by Gortat. Ball against Irving. Wall draws the double. Outside Beal, 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Gortat. Off the pick. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 7.
Wow, Beal is a talented scorer, outstanding at maintaining concentration despite the intimidating defense.
There's a good screen. And there's the feed to Tatum. Kicks it to Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
Go the other way.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And Satoransky kicks to Scott. And there's the pass to Satoransky. Wizards passing it around. Plays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Wizards lead by 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Back to Smart. Pass to Rozier. He kicks it to Smart. Just 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Washington leading now by 4. Passes it to Satoransky. Back to Meeks. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Boston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. In the corner, Smart with it. Here's Rozier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Ojale. No good with the triple. Now Meeks. Shoots the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. John Wall getting it done for Washington. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards team.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough for teams to score in their paint. I think we can be a very great team.
The Wizards not exactly the first team that you think of when it comes to gritty and grimy team defense, but maybe he's really got a point here in how tough the Washington defense can be.
And you don't get there without the defense. I'm especially impressed that Wall has that mindset.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Well, obviously that was the game plan coming in. Be physical right off the rip.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Oubre. Mahimi is out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Now here's Oubre. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
The pass to Satoransky. Now, here's Mahimi. Defense is right there. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, the NBA has some great advanced scouts who know how to help a team prepare for an opponent. When you played, Chris, what kind of information would you be given with a team that was coming up on the schedule or the game that night that was important for you?
Well, wow, my rookie year, I remember the first time I got a scouting, the playoff scouting report, and I had to understand how many times the player I was playing against would shoot over his right shoulder as opposed to his left shoulder, and the percentage of the times he liked it on the left box as opposed to the right box, and really just knowing the guys and understanding their habits. And so you really need that. It gives you confidence because, as I said, you can't check one player. It's just so hard to do. So what do you have to do? You have to check their tendencies. So maybe you can beat him to the spot that he likes before he can, because if he gets there, he's just going to destroy you. Scouting reports are everything to understand your opponent and your opposing team.
Did you keep, Chris, a mental notebook, or would you have a notebook that you would write in to keep track of these players, the guys you would face?
I had a mental notebook. The teams would give us physical notebooks, but I would just kind of read them and make my mental notes. You get to see guys so often that if you don't kind of understand who a player is that night before you play him, it might be too late.
Here's Yabusele. He dishes it to Smart. Here's Ojale. They get the rebound, and it's blocked by Scott. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now, here's Meeks, guarded by Smart. Here's Satoransky, true on the 14-footer. Satoransky's got the lead up to 8 now for the Wizards.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jacks up a 3, finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
He feeds it to Oubre. Here's Mahinmi. Well, for the Celtics, their trade with the Nets is the gold standard for asset hunting. But a lot of smaller deals along the way, fortifying their roster.
Yeah, they ended up with the top pick this past year. Though they traded out of it, I mean, have a good chance to even get more top picks. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
And the first one drops.
The Celtics making major strides offensively. Back in 2014, one of the worst teams in the league. They've gotten better every season.
Brown is checked in for Ojale. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Pass to Yabusele. Dishes it to Brown. Here's the screen. Off the screen. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. And the arrival of Al Horford surely has a lot to do with this Celtic offensive revival.
And now with Hayward, Kyrie Irving, and Tatum added, it'll get even better. At the same time, an unselfish style, sharing the basketball, a lot of drive and kick. They bury teams from the three-point line.
One shot.
You know, for a while now, the Wizards have felt that they are just one key piece away from being a major player in the East. And they've yet to find that player in free agency, but to their credit, they've tried a number of times.
Now, here's Oubre. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Satoransky, guarded by Smart. And Satoransky kicks to Scott. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And with the Wizards and free agency, they missed out on Durant and Horford, to name a few.
And really, the last major signing they had was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. Unfortunately, the Wizards have had some bloated contracts on their books.
No good on the free throw.
Well, the clear strength of this Wizard team is their backcourt. Wall and Bill, one of the best backcourts in the league. They are a driving force for this team.
And the second free throw, good. And Wall and Beal certainly the focus of this Wizards offense. They've said they feel they are the best backcourt in the NBA. Some others might have that claim in reality, though.
well, they're supposed to feel that way, but I think the Splash Brothers might have something to say about that. But you like the confidence they have, though, and better than Wall and Bill not believing in themselves.
And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even
gentlemen,
hold his own
shots.
against
Roof
the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
And that one falls for Smart.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with this fiery approach to the game.
And the Celtics making a change here. Horford's checked in. And so, Smart nails both of them. And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human, so I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now can go and get help, and the game is faster, and also, we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs, and so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials, and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
Feeds it to Brown. Pass to Yabusele. Back to Brown. Over Oubre. Got a piece of it. Washington leading now by 6. The dish now to Meeks. Here's Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Oubre kicks to Mahimi. Good work defensively by Horford.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And it's rare for rookies to come into the NBA ready at the defensive end. But you know what, C-Web? Jaylen Brown already more than solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a great frame. He plays physical. He's in a great system, and he wants it. He'll only get better with time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
So for the Wizards, Markieff Morris is checked in for Mahinmi. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. And Brown drops them both.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth. They could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
It's like Wall has a sixth sense of knowing when guys are open. Outstanding at quickly getting them the ball.
Smart dishes to Brown. Picked by Horford. And Porter comes to help. Here's Smart. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Brown kicks to Rozier. Yes, that goes in. Now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
Love how Brown distributes the ball, keeping his eyes up at all times.
Kicks to Porter. Now here's Wall. He's got 15. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, when the question of who has the best handles comes up in the NBA, John Wall should be in the conversation. Of course, Irving and Curry might be at the top, but Wall isn't far behind. He can absolutely lose a guy with one of his crossover behind the back, flip up, down, zip-zap moves.
And that one falls for John Wall. And Chris, with Wall and his dribbling ability, one advantage he has is that he's able to do great things on the floor at full speed.
Well, I could think of several examples where Wall just left his defender in the dust at half court. Such a fluid behind-the-back move with his speed that defenders is so hard for them to check.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston. Irving comes in for Terry Rozier. That one is no good. Celtics trail by 3. Irving with the ball. He's got 9. Brown the pass to Irving. Gortat with the block.
Oh, that's just the long wingspan of Gortat. I mean, it's highly effective, especially how he swats away shots.
The offensive rebound. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, Washington no good.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Porter with the steal. It's stolen by Brown. Floats one. Wall with some nice D. Washington leading now by 3. Outside, Beal. And Wall kicks to Beal. Clock at 6. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Horford with a screen on Porter. Brown wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And here's Porter following Jaylen Brown's 3. And here's Morris for 3. Again, the miss by Morris.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
Beal with the steal. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beal's got 9.
Oh, I like watching Bill go to town inside. He has a great understanding for how to score close to the bucket.
Irving against Wall. Shoots from 12. Not going to go that time.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
Porter with it. Picked up by Brown. Porter dishes to Morris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Horford.
You know, they used to say Markieff Morris was once a locker room distraction, but he's found a home here. He seems more at peace with the situation. He's putting up solid numbers at the forward spot.
And he makes the first. We talked to Markieff Morris about those times in Phoenix. He and Coach Hornacek still talk as they went their separate ways. Seems it was just a bad situation for everyone.
Oh, yeah, when you're on a sinking ship, everyone will lash out. I'm glad Morris has put that behind him and able just to concentrate on playing basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Ojale is checked in for Horford. And it's Tatum in for Jaylen Brown. And Morris drops them both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Wall against Irving. Here's Ojale. Sinks the three-pointer. Ojale's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Irving with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the way Irving scores, that's what you're thinking defensively. Then he beats you with a pass.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now here's Beal. A 17-point game for him in the win against Orlando. And another miss by Washington.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Smart. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Porter in the corner. Back to Wall. And there's the feed to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his health because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better.
Chris, you've been broadcasting as an analyst for the better part of a decade now. Talk about your process when you personally prepare for a broadcast, prepare for a game.
Wow, that's crazy. It is almost the better part of a decade. It doesn't seem that long. I can't believe I've been retired that long, but
I know.
Right? I can't. Wow, time flies,
I can't
man.
either.
But what? I have to thank so many of the guys that I've worked with that have taught me kind of how to do it. But my process is kind of like a basketball game when I play. There's a scouting report. I look at the scouting report. I look at the stats for this season. I compare the two teams. I look at this. If I was playing for Team A, what would we have to do? What would my role be? And then I look at it for Team B. I love coaching and management and looking at all those things. And so it gives me a chance to play all those roles and then come up with the game plan. And then from there, I just try to make sure I kind of stick to the rules of commentating when we start the game and go from there. But my preparation is really to get deep into the numbers of each team, but then more importantly, how they've been playing, add that context of what I did as a player, and I know what the teams are going through along with all those analytics, and then kind of just let it fly, and hopefully the fans have fun watching it, but that's my process.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Irving. Buries it down low. Irving's got 11 points.
And what I like is that Irving is a confident scorer. Even amongst the trees, he finds a way to score the ball.
Inside, here's Gortat. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Ogilvy, covered by Wall. Pulls up. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ogilvy.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Morris, left side. There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Morris. And that's 18 points for Wall.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Wizards leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks a lot. John, looks like you're really in attack mode, getting into the paint to get your teammates open.
Oh, man, you see it, man. The lane is open. I'm finding my teammates, and they just get those guys open. That's one thing I said I want to work on since I've been here. I don't want to just be a myself player. I want to be a team player, and they're doing a great job of setting screens, getting me open. I got to just keep finding them and making shots.
Take what the defense gives you. Thanks, John. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Celtics trail by 3. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Tatum. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. He kicks it to Baines. Goes up off the pick. And that one is stuffed right through.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Down low and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
He can go inside, he can shoot it, he can dominate on the fast break. And tonight, Brown is doing it all.
Beal with a screen on Irving. Here's Wall. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Irving drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Look, Irving is one of the fastest guys in the game. Sensational at drawing contact on his way to the rack. Well, among the most feared one-on-one scorers in the league, that is Kyrie Irving. He has the handles to get to wherever he wants, no matter where he is on the floor. He's a threat.
And the first one drops. And Kyrie Irving sniffing that 50, 40, 90 territory. 50% from the field, 40% from deep, 90% from the line. He is that kind of shooter. And Chris, what a handle.
Yeah, he's not just a stationary threat. It's his creativity combined with that efficiency. That's what makes him so deadly.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, I know his father was a hooper, and I think that's why, we all love the skill set that Irving has. He's just a dynamic scorer. He's an impressive ball handler. And don't forget a clutch performer.
Now here's Wall. Goes back up. Gortat. And Baines pulls it down.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possessed.
All with it. He's picked up by Irving. Beal the pass to Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. There's Beal with the 3. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 14 points for Bradley Beal.
Look, that wide frame of Gortat hits defenders hard. He's superb at clearing out space for his teammates.
Here's Baines. Gortat covering. Boston again missing. The Wizards with the lead. Right side, Porter. He sinks the 11-footer. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
Look, the high release of Porter helps on these contested shots. A talented scorer, even when the D is on him.
Irving dishes to Baines. It's Brown on the wing. Horford with a screen on Beal. Brown kicks to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, that's a big boy bucket by Horford. He just used his delicate touch despite getting bodied by the D. I mean, Al Horford has a complete game. He can hit a big shot. He can get a defensive stop. I mean, even setting a great screen. And let's not forget about his passing. He does it all.
And you think about Al Horford setting screens, Chris, he can pick and roll, but he can also pick and pop.
Well, what I like about that, and for those basketball nerds like myself, what that means is he can facilitate. So he's a threat. If he sets the pick, he can go to the hole and finish. But as a defender, you have to be careful because you just can't anticipate that he can step back and knock down the jump shot. And if he's good at that, what about when he steps back, pump fakes, gives you a hands up, spins, and dunks on you? That's what they're talking about.
Now here's Brown. After Gortat's miss, Tatum at the elbow. Irving against Wall. Outside Irving. Over Wall. And the shot falls short this time. The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Morris passes to Wall. And Beal kicks to Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Morris with the screen for Wall. A second chance effort. And he hits the jumper for 2. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Irving dishes to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shots good by Baines. For Washington, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's a screen by Gortat. Got a piece of it. Brown outside. Outside Irving for the lead. And it's good on the way in. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Morris kicks to Beal. Pass to Gortat. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Irving. He's got 15. And the pass to Baines. On the wing, Brown. Trying his luck deep. The shot off that time.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Porter kicks to Gortat. He dishes it to Wall. Tries again. And march in Gortat again. And it's a 3-point Washington lead.
Oh, that's just the long arms of Gortat easily stretching out to gobble up rebounds.
Irving drives in. Good on the shot. Irving's got 17.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Now here's Wall. He's got 22. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Wall is a highly intelligent player. He sees the floor pretty well, sprinting to the cup with ease that time.
Here's Irving. He feeds it to Baines. Now Irving. 17 points in the game. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on John Wall.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
That's good from Irving.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Yabusele comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Rozier in for Jaylen Brown. And so he makes both from the line. For Washington, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. There's a good screen. Irving against Wall. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Rozier, covered by Wall. Oubre with the steal. And there it is for him. Oubre's got his first points of the night.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Celtics trail by 3. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Inside. Washington with the rebound. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Wall. Second shot opportunity. Down low, Mahinmi drops it in. And it's a 5-point Washington lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rozier the pass to Horford. Dishes to Tatum. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's Oubre, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Jason Tatum did not like that one.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Picked by Horford. Here's Irving. Boston, no good that time either.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
And so it's Boston with it. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. There it goes, it's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Rozier. Washington's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Outside, Scott. Meeks on the wing for 3. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum dishes to Irving. Here's Yabusele. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 6 to shoot. Irving drives in. Another shot. There it goes, it's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Al Horford.
You have got to box out Horford on the glass, given his size.
Here's Wall, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Wall's got 26 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rozier the pass to Yabusele. On the wing, Irving. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Good on the baseline, Jay. Horford's got 9.
How about Horford? They're showing the jump shot. More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Meeks on the wing, covered by Irving. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Meeks kicks to Mahinmi. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Horford. He's got 9. Tatum wide open. He fires one. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Oh, man, how about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there. Well, the one thing you notice about the Celtics, they look for players with a chip on their shoulder. They want players with that inner fire, that love competition. Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
And you look up and down the Celtics roster, Chris, a lot of guys who play with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, that's how you build a culture. It rubs off on the other players. I mean, you have to find those guys, though. It's not something you can teach.
Wizards making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Mahinmi no good on the free throw. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be, what will the impact of that bench be? And ultimately, that's going to determine whether they can contend. Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Zadaransky, a player who was drafted back in 2012, but then stashed in Europe as he developed his game.
Oh, yeah, he's known for his strong work ethic, and is a bit of a grinder for this team. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him to adjust to the NBA. He's committed, though, to staying in the league. He's not thinking of returning to Europe.
Morris is checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Ojale. Tice controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now, here's Meeks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Scott kicks to Zadaransky. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Meeks, good.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They set the pick. Here's Yabusele, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Celtics haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Here's Zadaransky. He's got 5. Morris a screen. Meeks outside. He can't get that one. John Wall getting it done for Washington. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it.
One of the team's great young teachers, Brad Stevens, wanting his guys to control the tempo.
Yeah, and he feels if they push it, if they attack intelligently, it's going to be to their advantage.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Oubre out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Zadaransky in at the 1.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish.
2 shots.
And I think he's found a home here in Washington.
That free throw good from Morris.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
Good on both.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Here's Rozier. Pass to Yabusele. Pass to Rozier. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart. No good from outside.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And Meeks kicks to Oubre. Back to Meeks. Feeds it to Oubre. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Yabusele. The shot from the low post is good. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Satoransky. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And then for Washington, Gortat's checked in for Scott. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Smart. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. There's a screen, and there's the pass to Ojale. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Wizards leading by 4. Here's Satoransky. Morris a screen, and Satoransky kicks to Morris. Pass to Satoransky. There's a screen by Gortat. 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. The putback and the second chance effort by Gortat. And the Wizards lead by 6.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Rozier. Brown outside. Here's the screen, and Porter comes to help. It's a hand on it. Porter pulls it in. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside, Beal. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Gortat kicks to Satoransky. Drops in the layup for 2. Satoransky's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Brown outside. And Porter comes to help. Deflects the pass. Gortat with the steal. Porter against Brown. To the paint. Here's Beal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Smart.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
And Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Now, when Beal is healthy, he's a force on the court. He's a fantastic shooter with a lightning quick release.
Here's Baines, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Washington. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Satoransky, and he banks in the layup. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the wing on the left. Here's Ojale. Rozier tipped back in for 2.
Exceptional instincts on the offensive boards and didn't try to slam it home. Tipping it in was all he needed.
And Satoransky kicks to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Satoransky the pass to Morris. Stolen by Smart. The finish. And slam dunk by Smart.
That's just elite defense by Smart. Seizing the opportunity and taking it the other way.
It's Beal on the wing. Now here's Gortat. Not a lot of room. A baseline J. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Brown outside. Over Porter. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
The second effort. Nice shot by Smart.
Well, that's the kind of effort they love to see from Smart. He's sticking his nose in there and doing some work on the offensive boards.
Here's Satoransky. Morris with the screen for Beal. Over Smart. No good off the front iron. Celtics trail by 3. Rozier kicks to Baines. Here's Ojale. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Washington's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. In the corner, it's Morris. Porter dishes to Beal. Pass to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock from 12 feet out. All sorts of time. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Ojale. Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. And a switcher also for Washington. Wall's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Here's Irving after marching Gortat's bucket. Irving kicks to Horford. Over Morris. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 11 points for Al Horford.
Solid trip down the floor. The offense is firing on all cylinders.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Beal kicks to Porter. Gortat with the screen for Porter. Now the dish to Gortat. Not going to go that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Pick by Horford. Irving kicks to Tatum. There's a screen. And there's the feed to Horford. Shoots over Gortat. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Ball against Irving. Morris with a screen on Irving. It's Wall with the drive. And here's Morris for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Now here's Tatum. Wall with the steal. To the middle and stolen by Tatum. Kicks to Irving. He dishes it to Smart. Back to Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
Okay, I'm telling you, when Irving is feeling it, you got to keep feeding him the ball. He's an incredible, versatile scorer.
Here's Wall. Plays it up off the glass. Wall's got 28.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Here's Baines. Gortat covering. 9 feet out. They get it back. They shoot again. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Baines.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now here's Porter. Gortat with the screen for Porter. He kicks to Beal. Morris a screen. Clock at 4. Fires the 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
He feeds it to Smart. Wall against Irving. Baines passes to Irving. Nice ball movement by Boston. Smart wide open. He fires. Off target with the open look.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Dishes to Wall. Outside, Porter passes it to Gortat. To the inside, and stolen by Horford. To the wing on the left. Here's Tatum. That's tipped.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Yeah, just outworking guys in there, being accountable, being a leader by example.
Now here's Wall. Feeds to Gortat. Shot clock at 5. And the pass to Tatum. Shot from 12. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Now here's Porter. Gortat with a screen on Horford. Morris dishes to Beal. Morris with the screen for Beal. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the drought. Morris, no good.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Picked by Horford. And 1:01 left here in the 4th quarter. They set the pick. Irving kicks to Horford. Hins the 3.
Everybody knew the ball was going to Horford in that situation because he routinely makes big shots. He has no fear.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Wall passes to Porter. Wall attacking. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Speed, precision of Wall. It's just electrifying. Exceptional at knifing into the D and forcing them to foul.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Wall nails both of them.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Now a timeout called by Boston. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Here's Tatum. It's good.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Gortat. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you gotta love Gortat commanding the ball during a big possession. Outstanding at providing when it matters.
Outside Irving. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Money!
Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter. He welcomes any chance he can to sink these type of shots.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
If possible, I think you run something to let you go for the 3. Take the best shot available.
Oh, you love the courage the Wall has. Look, he's fully confident in his ability to drain these huge shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Oh, and if I could make a suggestion, be innovative. Don't just go for the obvious play, which they'll be expecting.
They set the pick inside. Here's Tatum. It counts. And the foul. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
Feels amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.